Hi, this is Sec Green's Boundary, where I do predictions of the future. If you'd like me to do prediction for you, let me know in the comments below. Just a reminder, we're going to be away on Saturday morning, so there's going to be no show for the Saturday morning except for the horoscope show, which I'm going to pre-record for everybody, so you don't have to do without just no live show for Saturday. We're going out to where are we going? Tulugi Falls. It's a weird name, but it's a beautiful place. Me and the wife will take a lot of pictures for you guys. We'll put it in the Discord for everybody. And of course, we still have the horoscope readings for the week that we're going to pre-record on for the Saturday morning. Sunday, we're back to normal at 10 o'clock a.m. Centrals, and Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Central. So make sure you don't miss out and put it on your calendar. Let's do the card of the day, which is the message from universe to us for today. It is making new friends, which is usually a good idea. Sometimes it depends on the people you're hanging out with. But I think this is the time when we're going to have to turn ourselves around and stop being angry with everybody, which we have been for the last couple years because of government and all that sort of thing, turning each of us against each other. I think this is the time to start making peace with one another and go forward with that. It's something that the elites don't want us to do, so it's a good thing to do then. Okay, so that was the card of the day. What do we got on the docket? Finding coins. Now, it was in the Discord. Primal Cipher. It's been finding coins everywhere. And he was asking if anyone else have had these experiences. He says he goes everywhere and he finds coins just laying about. This is something that's common depending what you've been thinking about. If you've been thinking about getting a lot of money or money in some form, you're going to find loose change all over the place. The other day, I was finding earplugs at work everywhere because I was running out of my earplugs for work. So I just kept they're packaged and clean and all that, but I keep finding them everywhere. It's just the universe helping you out by giving you the things that you're partially thinking of. This does happen to a lot of people. I know it does happen to the wife every so often, where she finds random objects that she's been thinking about, and they just kind of appear out of nowhere. She's going along and, oh, I need one of those. Or she goes to the store and she's thinking of a thing and it's there and it's on sale. That sort of thing. So yes, that is a thing. And that is universe at work, helping you out with that law of attraction and that law of action. You're taking the action, getting out there, actually going about your day, usually when you're not overly thinking about it, and then you just find a coin on the street or whatever. That is a normal thing. Okay, so pay attention to those things. Lately, I've been seeing crows everywhere. So something is going to be changing in a big way for myself in some way. So I'm going to be paying attention, see what's going to be happening. It's my spirit animal. So whenever I see crows, it means that something that I should be paying attention to and something that's big is going to be happening very, very soon for me. So I'm going to keep an eye out for that. So yes, finding coins or other objects is a common thing. So pay attention to those things. That is universe talking to you and assisting you in a way. Okay, so hopefully that answers any questions on that. crypto is ready to explode. Been watching a lot of videos as of late of sources that I trust. Okay. That cryptocurrencies are going to be exploding very, very soon. It's probably going to be in July, August, in that period of time. I did post on the Discord Cliff High's last podcast, and he was actually talking about that, about July and into the summer months is when we're going to start to see a lot of changes happening within the cryptocurrency market. And many other sources are actually saying this. And this is on the where BlackRock is going to be getting their ETF very, very soon. They're going to get it. Okay. Since they payroll the SEC, you know, I think whatever they're going to be putting out there is going to be accepted. Okay. And then now we're seeing a whole lot of other different companies that are going to be following right behind that very, very soon. And that we're seeing that a lot of the countries are starting to change their tune ever so slightly. I think Dark put up a post on Discord that was talking about the UK changing their thoughts and regulations on cryptocurrencies coming up very, very soon. So expect that in many of the different countries that they're going to be changing almost about face. Okay. So I guess they all got a new memo. Oh, go the other way. Okay. So it's going to be really weird. It's going to be kind of out of left field because for the last little while, they've been just pounding on everybody not to get into cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies are bad, blah, 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 blah. And now they're going to be quickly changing into the opposite. As I was saying from my dream not that long ago of the dancing girls and the singing monkeys and all that, advertising the benefits of cryptocurrencies. So it's going to be starting to heat up very, very quickly and very, very soon. So if you're not into Bitcoin yet, or you don't have any, you might want to reconsider or consider getting some of that Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, XRP, Chainlink. What else? Maybe some Bitcoin Cash as well. Some interesting things are going to be happening there as well. Maybe getting into some of those and just ride it up. Okay? Because it's going to be changing very, very soon. Okay. So I encourage everybody to get into that Discord channel and view those posts that I've done actually today and yesterday. Some posts up there for you to look at. Okay. So yes, they're ready to explode very, very soon. What do we got next on the agenda? Climate clock. Now, this is one from Dark on the Discord channel that you should go have a look at. And I started laughing at this. Now they're going to be really pushing the agenda of getting everybody in little huts and not driving your car anywhere and blah, 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 blah. And doing all that sort of thing. It was Prince, or not Prince, it's King Charles now. Was putting the climate clock on how we're going to be all going into oblivion very, very soon if we don't change our ways. And a bunch of nonsense, but they've been trying to do that for centuries. It's like the ozone layer and all the ice caps are going to melt in a certain time. The world's going to be a flat desert if we don't do stuff. Blah, 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 blah. So it's more of that blah, 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 blah. But just see how far it actually goes. Throw some cards down here for that. I think the people are going to start to not listen to these people anymore Oh, they're already doing that, and it's going to be pretty much exploding in their face, and nobody's going to be paying attention or actually following any of the dictates that these people are putting out there. And we're going to see a huge pushback in the next little while against these policies that they're going to be trying to pull out there. If you've been noticing, they've been ramping up everything for the certain changes that they want to keep you enslaved and all that sort of thing. It's because a lot of the elites are part of a certain cult that believes in certain things. And there was a meteor, I told you this not that long ago, that a certain meteor went around the sun, which is an indicator to them in their cultish thinking that they better hurry up. And they had thought they had to 2060 to get all this stuff done. Now they have until 2030. So they very shortened time span. It was an omen for them in their silly beliefs. And so this is why it already seems that they're ramping up everything, and it's going to be exploding in their face spectacularly as they try to cook all the frogs on high all at the same time. You know, how do you cook live frogs? You turn up the heat slowly. And with these guys, they just crank the heat, and everybody's been jumping out very, very quickly. So you're going to see a huge pushback into 2025, 2026, where most of the politicians that we know now are going to be actually out of power by that period of time, because I think the people are going to be voting the other way and actually moving away from these people and starting to build a better society. They didn't know that they were bringing on the Great Awakening by their actions. Okay. People wouldn't go into the Great Awakening that many people talk about if there was not some type of struggle to push people into that area. Or people don't do things if they don't need to. And so getting into the Great Awakening, you need something to spark that. And things like the climate clock and the new carbon tax here in Canada and all that sort of baloney coming our way is really changing us as a result of their negative stupidity. Okay. And it's going to bring us into a great awakening that way. Okay. So thank you for that. Past hurts can make you bitter or better. The choice is yours. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I think in the last little while, I think we're maybe feeling a little bit bitter from everything that's been going on. It was until just recently that I've started to change my bitter feelings into something a little bit more useful and more into the light. So you can take all those actions that had happened in the past little while and try to change them into a more positive situation for everybody, moving forward with that energy. If you stay in the negative energies of what had happened in the past, or people, the one thing that the last couple of years has really done is made everybody show their true colors. Okay. Who they really are when they're under pressure. And it created rifts and separated people on many different levels. And so now we have to start to build that back up and start to bring that bitterness and change that around, like the turning of the palm of the Buddhist philosophy, and trying to change that and try to help out everybody into the new realm that we're going to be building ourselves into the future. So take a moment now, try to change that bitterness that we've been accumulating for the last couple of years, and try to change that around and try to utilize that energy that you've been building up uh, and use it for something more positive. Because actually, if you keep that negative energy within the body, it will create sickness within the body. Okay. It will tear down all the friendships and partnerships and all that sort of thing that you had around you. Now it's time to turn that around and really stick it to the elites and become friends with one another. Okay, so let's get into the chat unless we have something else on the docket. Discord, probably. Or not. We have Sunday's homework, which we will be doing. That is the ZXS4750. That's going to be our target number for this Sunday. That show is still on after the main show. Are you an Amway? Great business system.
Focus.
Okay. That's going to be at 11:15 on the Sunday after the main show. So make sure you come out for that, strengthening our psychic abilities to make us better and make the entire world better a little at a time. Okay, so that's going to be on Sunday. And now it's the Discord. The wife is. It is time for the Discord label for everybody. I'm going to put the link up here for everybody to get into. It's free. Everybody likes free. I like free. So grab that link if you can. If you remind me, I'll post it again if we got more people, and make sure that you get into that Discord community along with everybody else. A lot of things going on there. A lot of people posting. A lot of people talking. So it's a good time for everybody for the Discord channel. Okay, so get in there, have some fun. Let's get into the chat. Do you still think Dogecoin will go to $3 or $4 this year? Which month can you estimate it will happen in? Probably or December or after December, where we're going to, with everything happening in July, go onto the Discord, and I left a thing on there from Cliff High, and he talks about what's going to be happening in July, and he's pretty much in the pocket on what's going to be happening in the next summer months, along with Bitcoin going crazy because of the big elites buying in it like crazy. That's going to be affecting all other cryptocurrencies moving forward. Okay. And this will include Dogecoin. I don't know if it's going to get to that $3 to $4, but it's going to be pretty darn close to that amount, probably December, January, in that period of time. So if you're sitting on a bunch of Dogecoin, I keep sitting on it. I got a ton of it. And I just been sitting on it. Use it when you need it. If you don't need it, just sit on it. Right? I think some new factors are going to be coming into line as we are moving into the Christmas and beyond. We're going to have a little bit more harmony within the cryptocurrencies and the exchanges coming up very, very soon. Many of the SEC stuff is going to be going the other way because of things. BlackRock, here's some money. Quiet. Go away. Where that's all going to be changing for the better for many of the cryptocurrencies moving forward. Okay, and that's going to be including Dogecoin. There's going to be a ton of harmony. It's going to be a time of getting rid of that negative energy that we've had around cryptocurrencies and all the elites saying all the negative stuff about cryptocurrencies in general. And that's going to be changing the perspective of many of the regular folks that are out there. Crypto people like ourselves, we already know the deal, but now we got to get all the regular people in there as well. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. Bob Job, hi, are the French police bad, or is World Economic Forum up to their tricks again? Yes, there's a little bit of a kerfuffle in France. Just a minor one. I saw that late in the day. I haven't watched the entire thing. But let's have a look. It's the World Economic Forum being a bunch of idiots trying to put the pressure on everybody in France. And police are going to be doing whatever they need to do from their superiors and all that stupidity. It is going to, what's happening all around the world, is going to be blowing up in the faces of the elites. It's like they don't understand how people think and will respond. The elites are clever, but they're stupid at the same time. They don't. I love to play chess with these guys because they don't anticipate what people are going to do exactly. So this is going to be blowing up in their face in a big way. So this is going to be probably the end of Macron and for the next foreseeable future. The universe has to do all of its stuff to eliminate him and change the narrative to where he's going to be out the door very, very soon. So just pay attention to that. You're going to see the universe start to shift around you and your perception. It's very cool. If you sit still enough and you do your meditation, you can start actually feeling the shifting of the universe around you as things change from your perspective. Okay? You're going into a different dimension. Okay? There's going to be a very hasty new election coming up in about a year or so to find new leadership for France. So that's going to be a year or so from now. I think that's going to be the same in many of the other countries around the world as well. Okay? So it's just that WEF turning up the heat. A psychic had said one coin this year will advance to ETH. Popularity all of a sudden. Is it DOT? Well, ETH is already pretty popular. Polkadot's been kind of under the radar for a long time. They haven't really done anything newsworthy for a long period of time. There has been murmurings of Polkadot doing some things, but I don't think it's going to be Polkadot that's going to be pulling out in front of anything else just to make Ethereum more popular. I think Ethereum is going to be the big one in of itself, going to be the one that actually pulls forward. Because a lot of things, if you look at the thing I showed on Discord, are going to be connecting to the Ethereum blockchain. That is going to be the new money system being presented in the next little while. And a lot of Ethereum is going to be the backbone to everything. Okay. I think I put that into general chat. It's a picture and it shows all how everything is going to be connecting through Ethereum. And part of that will be Chainlink, Ethereum, of course, XRP, Bitcoin Cash. Litecoin is going to be connecting to some other things, and many of the stable coins are also going to be on that as well. So maybe go have a look at that. But I think Ethereum in of itself is going to be the big mover, and sudden popularity will be Ethereum. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. How do you see the first 2 weeks of July for crypto? Rocky for the traditional system. This is going to be the time of transition. Cryptocurrencies are going to be building up. I think in the first or second week, we're going to be getting indication that the ETF for BlackRock is going to be approved. And of course, that'll start a huge avalanche of stuff for cryptocurrencies in July, August, September, as many of the other countries. We've already explained this early in the show. Getting their ETFs off the ground as well. It's going to blow up very, very soon. Probably by Christmas, we're going to see, experts are saying, about $500,000 Bitcoin around in there, American. So that'd be like 600,000 Canadian. Okay, so I didn't do any cards. Let's do some cards as well. I'm just connected right now, and you're giving me information really quick. Depends on your dreams of crypto. It's going to be exploding quite a bit. There's going to be that detoxification that I already mentioned. Okay, about how people think about crypto, the general regular people that are out there that don't know jack shit about cryptocurrencies, excuse my French. And now you're going to be getting all these people stopping you. Have you heard of Bitcoin? Yes, I was the guy who told you about it about a year ago when I told you to get some. Anyways, you're going to start to see a lot of that, and that excitement is going to be building up quite quickly, and that's going to be lasting probably until the halvening, and then it's going to be about 1.5 years after that. It's this basic cycle of the Bitcoin. Okay, but July is going to be very big for Bitcoin and many of the other cryptos on the docket. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. Hey, Andre, I had a brown small butterfly land on my hand multiple times yesterday. I didn't even move when I lifted my hand. Cards, please. Could be your spirit animal, or the universe is trying to tell you something. It's usually what it is. So butterflies, rebirth. Yeah. Rebirth, metamorphosis, that sort of thing can be attributed to butterflies. What else can be attributed to butterflies? Freedom, flight.
Did you say transformation?
transformation. Okay. All those things apply to butterflies. Getting back to basics. Keeping it simple. I know, I sound like a broken record, don't I? Letting go. Trust your intuition. And getting that family harmony. That's the 3 cards that came up. This is the moment in time that you're going to have to start to realize that you yourself have the ability to do the things that you need to do to get things done. Now, stop overthinking it. Start doing the things that you need to do. Keep it simple. Move along. Get everything established so you don't fall down. Okay? I think this is what the butterfly, it's going to be a moment of transformation for you. Okay? That's probably what universe is telling you. They tell us stuff all the time. You just have to pay attention. Okay? Thank you for that. I went to a crypto conference today, met some people from coinex exchange. Okay? I've heard of them. HO in Hong Kong. Can I get a reading on them, please? Oh. Yeah, there's some major moves in Hong Kong right now for cryptocurrencies. That's another thing that's going to be leading into an avalanche of money coming into the cryptocurrency. I was watching TMI, the Modern Investor, on his other channel. I posted it, so go watch it on the Discord. He's expecting about $90 trillion coming into the cryptocurrency all at once. As soon as these ETFs go off, which they will, I'd be very, 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 very surprised that they don't. Because the next story that would happen is lawyers on the SEC. They're going to be swimming up to their eyeballs in lawyers. But yeah, it'd be fun to watch. Carrie, I can't swim. There's too many lawyers everywhere. Whatever the meeting was, it's going to be something that's going to be having a good outcome for you for whatever you're trying to plan with them. It's going to be a very good outcome for you. This is the time you're going to have to take a breath and actually review exactly what you want to do with these people. But once you do make that plan, okay, it's going to be working out fairly well for you for whatever you want to do there. Okay. And know that you already have the information that you need psychically to carry you forward into a very nice business thing with them. Okay. In whatever form that you want to build. Okay. So I think whatever you're thinking and you plan it out nicely, I think it's going to work out to your benefit. Okay. Thank you for that. Angie. Hi, Andre. Would love your insight into the man I'll marry. Thank you. If you haven't met him yet, oh, the first card that came up is he's very kind. He's a very nice guy. He's a tallish person like me. I'm all of 5'2" or whatever. He's going to make you laugh. Yeah, the wife wanted tall, dark, and handsome. She got short, handsome, and dark. I guess, laughter. He's going to be a very, very knowledgeable person, very caring, and he can actually do a nice joke. Um, and he's going to be honoring what you feel instead of the norm. Okay, he's going to actually care about what you feel. When will it happen? 4 to 5 months, you're going to be getting into a situation where that will start to become a thing. It won't be you're going to get married that day. In that period of time, you're going to start to realize the actual person that you've been waiting for is in that time period. Okay, so pay attention. It's probably not exactly what you were looking for exactly, because our preconceptions change when we get more and more information. It's the person that makes you feel good, makes you laugh, and is very caring. That's the person that you should be. Stop looking for the most handsome guy in the world. Okay, it's the one that treats you good. That'll be the one. And that's going to be in about a couple months from now. You're going to be going, it's him. Okay? It's short, dark, and handsome. Okay. Thank you for that. Can you do a reading on polkadot? I just have this feeling, and the cards are actually saying this as well. They're not going to be doing that great for the next little while. Even though we're going to have this big explosion in the cryptocurrency, it will go along with that. But they themselves are going to be tied up with many of the things that they're trying to work on their blockchain, their structure, and having a lot of problems with it. So the price will go up like everything else along, carried along with the tide. But it itself is going to be having a situation where they're going to have some mishaps coming up in the very near future. Okay. But they are going to be solving those, but it's going to be taking its toll on Polkadot. Okay. Many of the updates will be delayed by a long time. So they're not going to have anything newsworthy for a while. And the longer I'm into cryptocurrency, the longer I notice if you don't have any news about you for long periods of time, people will start to lose interest in you and move on to other things. Oh, yes. There you go, Mr. Trudeau. Some Canadian content for you. Anyways, it will do fine if you're sitting on Polkadot. It just keeps sitting on it, but it's not going to be exploding like many of the other cryptocurrencies because they're going to be having difficulties with their programming and stuff in the near future. They will correct that, but that won't be for another year or so. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Hi, Andre. Were you in Amway? Great business system. Couldn't get it to work for me. Super little guy. At one time, I was into Amway. Yes. The business system, no. It's not actual. The more you get into MLMs, the more that you find that the system doesn't really work all that well, unless if you're really talkative and you talk to everybody ad nauseum, and they'll just sign up to you just to get rid of you. Probably the best way to sell that sort of thing is on the internet. Learn SEO, learn how to do all the writing of stuff and making a little shop for yourself on the internet. And that's probably the best way to do an Amway business, I think. Okay, or any MLM that takes a different skill set than most people have. But thank you for that. USA to join BRICS. They'll probably be the last one that gets into the BRICS. Over time, kind of. But we're going to start to see many of the smaller countries go into the BRICS nations. We have France getting into there, and I'm not assuming, I'm picking up that rest of the European nations are going to be getting into that as well, because why the hell not? The U.S. has been kicking you in the ass and not helping. You might as well go with a good business system, or do a lot of good business with the rest of the BRICS nations. And that's going to be the next thing. And I think a good portion of the African nations are going to be getting into the BRICS as well. Because I think just about every other country, except for Canada, is annoyed with the US right now. So you're going to see this whole huge shift. And so the US will get into the BRICS, not because they want to. It's because you're going to have to. It's not that they want to. They're fighting that because they are the leader of the world and blah, 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 which we're finding out is not true. Okay? So they're going to be the last country standing. And then once everybody else has left them, then they'll go over. But that won't be for some time, maybe another 3 years, if that. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. Hi, Andre. I tried to save a bird and it ended up dying in my hand. Oh, that does happen. That's sad to see. What does that mean? Well, it means you're a caring person.
Learning to let go.
Learning to let go.
Circle of life.
Circle of life. This is a great lesson that everybody needs to learn, because there's a lot of people under the false knowledge that you can control everything. And if you have that belief and you can do all that, it's going to drive you nuts. So I always live by the thought that I can't control anybody else. The only person that I can control is me. Okay? Or the wife controls me. All that sort of thing. It's just a funny joke. Not so funny of a joke. But once you get into that understanding that you can't control everything, only control the things that you can control yourself, and life becomes much easier for you, especially as a psychic. Okay? And that's a great lesson to learn. Okay? So hopefully that helps you out. Three dice, please, on when I will broker my first cannabis franchise and make some good money. Hopefully you got a little job on the side, because it's going to take a little while. Okay? And you caught me without my dice. Give me a second. Boy, that's a nice bookshelf.
Swaying in the wind.
Swaying. It's swaying in the wind. Shh, don't tell anybody, though. It's our secret. Okay, 3 random dice picked out of my big dice bag. Okay. Not sure what that is. Looks like a letter, postcard. Okay.
Cassette tape?
Hmm?
Cassette tape?
Cassette tape?
Yeah, it's cassette tape. Isn't it? Oh,
Looks like a postcard. A word bubble.
yeah.
Okay. And somebody playing with dolls. Those are the 3 dice. So postcards about information coming kind of the old-fashioned way. Answering a question that you may have may not be the thing that you were expecting. This is, you get the 3 images, you put them in your mind, whatever it means to you. A little bit of training for everybody. And playing, it looks like somebody playing with you.
Or he's the mediator.
Or you're the mediator. Okay? So you're going to be a middleman to some type of deal that's going to be done in about a month or so. Keep other options open for money coming in. Don't put everything into the one thing. May take a little longer than you had anticipated to make that actual big money that you need to survive. Have something on the side until you get everything off the ground. So I think the postcard is information coming your way. It's going to be answering a question that you've been waiting on, but it's not going to be what you expected. But you're going to turn that around and that you're going to be making good on that information. Okay? So you're going to be doing a little bit of middleman stuff in the next month or so. Okay? And that'll be the beginning of something bigger and better. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Watch the interview with Kitco. Said Powell is fighting against the Great Reset. I can see that. They want to keep the norm, the status quo, everything going the right direction for the American dollar. It's not doing that. This is why they're going to be raising interest rates another 2 to 3 times in the next little while. I think the announcement came out today or yesterday that they're going to be doing that. So everything in the supermarket that you think is expensive when you're doing your grocery shopping is going to be much, much more. Okay, as a result, because they're trying to calm down the market, cool it down. Cool. They don't want an overheated stock market, and all that sort of thing, which would make cryptocurrencies spike. Okay. The only other option that they have, the Federal Reserve, would be to print endless money. Okay, to pay off the debt and print the dollar into oblivion, where it's no longer useful. It's more like you would need wheelbarrows of money to buy a loaf of bread. In a way, he is, because he wants the status quo. It's not working, okay, and it's kind of going against what's actually happening within the world. The Great Reset is going to happen anyways. And I think it's going to be headed towards more of the crypto system and not the old money system. We're already seeing evidence of this. All the big money players are getting into cryptocurrencies with their own ETFs in the United States. And that's going to be sparking a huge system change. So it's going to be bringing on the people that have none, and the people that have some. And it's going to be making that gap even bigger. So this is how they're playing the game. They buy all the crypto. They scare you out of the crypto and they buy your cryptocurrencies. So they have the lion's share. When you want to get into the cryptocurrency, because you're now all excited about cryptocurrencies because the powers that be say it's okay now. And so you're left with the dust that's left over. So it would be no different than what we're living in today with the old cash system. They have all the cash and you get all the crumbs. So there'd be no difference. So you would still have to go to work every day, do your job, and get paid in a little bit of satoshis at the end of the week. That was their plan. They don't care. So this is why I keep saying buy the Bitcoin now. Okay, so when it goes, you'll be really good for the future. Okay, so hopefully that answers that question in a roundabout way. Hi, Andre. BCH doubled the price recently. Looks for July and ending. How does it look for July? I think it's going to be going up with many of the other cryptocurrencies because of ETFs and all that sort of thing. I think there's a lot of the big money is actually buying ET or Bitcoin Cash as well. Pay attention to that, everybody. Pay attention to the things that the big money's buying. Watch the money. Don't listen to what they tell you because it's a bunch of baloney. Watch what they're doing. If they're buying Bitcoin at alarming rates, that's probably what they're planning. If they're buying XRP, buying the Bitcoin Cash, buying the Litecoin, pay attention. People don't pay attention to what's going on around them, and they don't watch the money. All right? I try to educate people on this all the time. And it kind of goes, psst. Watch what they're doing. Don't listen to what they're telling you. Watch what they're doing. And you're going to be okay. So what I've observed by what they're doing, they're buying the Bitcoin, they're buying the Bitcoin Cash, they're buying the Litecoin, they're buying the XRP, and Ethereum. Maybe we should look at closer to those things. But I do think Bitcoin Cash is going to do very, very well into the future. It's not that anybody's using it right now. They've had some great changes recently. They haven't done that in quite some time. But pay attention to what the elites are doing. Okay? So this is, if you want to get some Bitcoin Cash, I would suggest doing that. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. Hi, Andre. I've been having problems with my eye. Will it get better? Kind of a blinking. That does happen. Part of it is because your body's changing, because you're becoming more and more psychic. And weird things happen to your body at random times. Definitely see a doctor about that. Definitely put some white light around it as well. But I think it's partly to do with stress, one, and that you're going through some changes. So put some white light, ground and center, see your doctor. Use that white light around it, and I think you're going to be just fine once you do all those steps. Okay. I think it's more nerves than anything else. Once you learn how to control that, I think everything will start to fall into place. And the doctor thing too. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Will I make over $1 million in crypto this year? Oh, so my girl. You have Bitcoin? That's an easy path to being a millionaire. Get 2. In the next year or two, yes, you're going to be probably getting to that state where you're going to be very, very wealthy with the many of the cryptocurrencies that you have. You got to get some of the bigger ones and actually get into that. You don't need a full Bitcoin, but it would help, especially when they're estimating that Bitcoin is going to be about 500,000 to 400,000 American. So if you have 2, and probably get you in the market, get you close to $1 million. There's going to be a little bit of quiet time for you as you reconsider many of the cryptocurrency purchase that you have and will be doing in the next little while. Just follow the energy on where it's going. Energy, money goes where energy is, right? So the focus on Bitcoin, so all the money's going to be going there in the next little while. So if you're actively trading, you should be looking at the Bitcoin, because and I think with that, you're going to be making new alliances along the way. Probably that other person you were talking about from Hong Kong. I think it's going to become very, very important to you in the next little while. Okay, and the yellow polka dot bikini, it won't be for some time. Okay, thank you for that. As I learned English today. Can I get a 3-card reading on a spirit of a canine? I think that's a canine. Smart prospector whom worked at the neglected mine near Canny?
I don't know. Minor.
Okay. Smart prospector whom worked at the neglected mine near Durango, Colorado. He died about a century ago. Okay. I wish I was more mediumistic. And I would just tune into him. Hello. Last Sunday we went to the church with a lot of mediums. Got a message from one of my uncles on Sunday. It seems that he was a gentleman that kept moving forward and moving into situations that seemed a little bit risky for most people, but he just went into things bravely. He had always followed his dreams and always had a really good work ethic overall. And he knew many of the psychic abilities. He hid them well, but I think he had he was very learned in that part of himself. Okay. And he utilized that to help him or aid him in many of his endeavors. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question. Kind of general, but
Last one.
Oh, hi, Andre. I have bad sleep issues. Do you know the cause? I think there are multiple causes. Could be anything from too much coffee or worry, stress. You're thinking about things too much. Uh, all kinds of things. Thinking about polka dot bikinis or something. Who knows? It's more of a worry thing. You're worried about too many things, trying to control everything that's around you instead of letting go, let God sort of thing do its thing, let universe take care of itself. You worry about you. You you can control you and how you react to things. You just can't control everything and everything else around you. And this is why people lose a lot of sleep, because they wish everybody would do what you want them to do. And I'm thinking that your thinking is along that way. We all get into that, don't worry. But once you allow people to be who they are, and you be who you are, life becomes much, much easier. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Oh, yes. We do have a Discord channel. If you haven't gotten the link yet, make sure that you get it now. I'm putting it out there. Lots of things going on at the Discord channel. Lots of wonderful things. If you'd like a personal reading with me, make sure to go to psychreadingsbyandre.com, where all that information is there. If you'd like a personal healing with my wonderful wife, the Reiki Master, make sure you go to psychreadingsbyandre.com, where all that information is there as well. We have treasures on sale or for sale on our website. Make sure you go if you like to protect your cryptocurrency, especially when it's going all over the place, in the best possible way. Make sure you go to psychreadingsbyandre.com, where you can go purchase one. If you purchase one, that we make a little bit of money from that purchase. Just a disclaimer that you're supposed to do. Okay, with that said, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you Sunday. Bye-bye.
Bye.